أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
I seek refuge in Allah from Satan outcast.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة.
Has there come to you the description of the overwhelming event? Many faces that day will be humbled, laboring, exhausted.
لا نار حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع.
They will enter into the scorching fire. They will be made to drink water from a boiling spring. There will be no food for them except from a thorny plant that will neither nourish nor satisfy hunger.
وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية.
Many faces that day will be full of glamour, well pleased with their endeavor in a lofty garden in which they will not hear any absurd talk.
فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة.
In it there is a flowing spring. In it there are elevated couches and goblets well placed and cushions arrayed.
وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت.
And carpets spread around. So do they not look at the camels, how they are created, and at the sky, how it is raised high, and at the mountains, how they are installed.
وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر.
And at the earth, how it is spread out. So, O Prophet, keep on preaching. You are only a preacher. You are not a taskmaster set up over them. But whoever turns away and disbelieves,
فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم.
Allah will punish him with the greatest torment. Surely towards us they have to return. Then it is our job to call them to account.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر.
I swear by the dawn and by 10 nights and by the even and the odd.
والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد.
And by the nights when it moves away, is there not in such an oath enough assurance for a man of sense? Have you not seen how your Lord dealt with the people of Ad of Iram, the men of tall pillars?
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد.
The like of whom were never created in the lands, and how he dealt with the people of Thamud, who had carved out the rocks in the valley of Kura, and with Pharaoh, the man of the stakes, those who had rebelled in the cities.
فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد.
And spread a lot of mischief therein. So your Lord let loose on them the whip of torment. Surely your Lord is ever on the watch.
فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن.
As for man, when his Lord tests him and thus gives him honor and bounties, he says, my Lord has honored me.
وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن. كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين.
But when he tests him and thus straightens his provision for him, he says, my Lord has disgraced me. No, but you do not honor the orphan and do not encourage one another to feed the needy.
وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما. كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا.
And you devour the inheritance with a sweeping gulp, and love wealth and excessive love. No, when the earth will be crushed thoroughly to be turned into bits, and your Lord will come, and the angels as well, lined up in rows.
وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي.
And hell on that day will be brought forward. It will be the day when man will realize the truth. But from where will he take advantage of such realization? He will say, oh, would that I had sent ahead some good deeds for this my life.
فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة.
So no one can punish like he will punish that day, nor can anyone shackle like he will shackle. As for an obedient man, it will be said to him, O content soul,
ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي.
come back to your Lord, well pleased, well pleasing. So enter among my special servants and enter my paradise.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد ووالد وما ولد.
I swear by this city, and, O Prophet, you are going to be allowed to fight in the city, and by the Father and all those he begot.
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في كبد أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد يقول أهلكت مالا لبدا أيحسب أن لم يره أحد.
Indeed, we have created man to live in hard struggle. Does he think that no one has power over him? He says, I have spent a lot of wealth. Does he think that no one has seen him?
ألم نجعل له عينين ولسانا وشفتين وهديناه النجدين فلاقتحم العقبة.
Did we not make for him 2 eyes and 1 tongue and 2 lips, and showed him the 2 ways. Yet he did not make his way through the steep course.
وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة يتيما ذا مقربة.
And what may let you know what the steep course is? It is freeing of the neck of a slave, or giving food in a day of hunger to an orphan near of kin.
أو مسكينا ذا متربة ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة أولئك أصحاب الميمنة.
Or to a needy person lying in dust. Then he did not join those who believe and advise each other to be patient and advise each other to be merciful. Those are the people of the right. Their books of deeds will be given in their right hands.
والذين كفروا بآياتنا هم أصحاب المشأمة عليهم نار مؤصدة.
As for those who reject our verses, they are the people of the left hand. Their books of deeds will be given in their left hands. Upon them will be the fire, enveloping them with closed exits.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها.
I swear by the sun and his broad light, and by the moon when she follows him, and by the day when it shows his brightness.
والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها.
And by the night when it envelops him, and by the sky, and the one who built it, and by the earth, and the one who spread it, and by the soul, and the one who made it well.
فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بطغواها.
Then inspired it with its instincts of evil and piety. Success is rarely attained by him who purifies it, and failure is rarely suffered by him who pollutes it. The people of Thamud denied the truth because of their transgression.
إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها.
When rose up the one who was most wretched of them. So the Messenger of Allah said to them, be careful of Allah's she-camel and her right to drink.
فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها.
But they rejected him and killed her. So their Lord sent eradicating torment upon them because of their sin, and made it equal for all, and he has no fear of its consequence.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
والليل إذا يغشى والنهار إذا تجلى وما خلق الذكر والأنثى.
I swear by the night when it covers the sun, and by the day when it unveils itself, and by the one who created the male and the female.
إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى.
Your efforts are diverse. As for the one who gives in charity and fears Allah and believes in the best religion, we will facilitate for him the way to extreme ease, the comforts of paradise.
وأما أما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى.
But the one who is miser and deems himself self-sufficient and rejects the best religion, we will facilitate for him the way to extreme distress, and his wealth will not help him when he will fall down into hell.
إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى.
Of course, it is undertaken by us to guide, and in our control is the hereafter and the worldly life. So I have warned you of a blazing fire. None will enter it but the wretched one.
الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى.
Who rejected the truth and turned away from it, and saved from it will be the most God-fearing one, who gives his wealth in charity to become purified, while no one has conferred any favor on him for which he would give a return.
إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى.
But he gave his wealth in charity only to seek the countenance of his Lord, the Most High, and surely he will soon be happy.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى.
I swear by the forenoon and by the night when it becomes peaceful, your Lord, O Prophet, has neither forsaken you nor has become displeased.
وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى.
Surely the hereafter is much better for you than the present life, and of course your Lord will give you so much that you will be pleased. Did he not find you an orphan and give you shelter, and he found you unaware of the way of the Sharia, then he guided you.
ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث.
And he found you in need, then made you need-free. Therefore, as for orphan, do not oppress him, and as for the beggar, do not scold him, and about the bounty of your Lord, do talk.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك.
Have we not caused your bosom to be wide open for you, and we removed from you your burden that had almost broken your back?
ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا.
And we raised high your name. So undoubtedly along with the hardship there is ease. Undoubtedly along with the hardship there is ease.
فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
So when you are free from collective services, toil hard in worship, and towards your Lord turn with eagerness.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين.
I swear by the fig and the olive, and by Tur, the mountain of Sinai, and by this peaceful city.
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون.
We have created man in the best composition. Then we turned him into the lowest of the low, except those who believed and did righteous deeds, because for them there is a reward never ending.
فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين.
So what can make you after all this to deny the requital? Is Allah not the greatest ruler of all the rulers?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم.
Read with the name of your Lord, who created everything. He created man from a clot of blood. Read, and your Lord is the most gracious.
الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى.
Who imparted knowledge by means of the pen. He taught man what he did not know. In fact, man crosses the limits because he deems himself to be free of need.
إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى.
Surely to your Lord is the return. Have you seen him who forbids a servant of Allah when he prays? Tell me if he is on the right path.
أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية.
Or bids piety, would the former still forbid him? Tell me if he rejects the true faith and turns away, does he not know that Allah is watching him? No, if he does not desist, we will certainly drag him by forelock.
ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب.
A lying, sinful forelock. So let him call the men of his council. We will call the soldiers of the hell. No, never obey him, and bow down in prostration, and come close to me.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر.
We have sent the Quran down in the night of Qadr. And what may let you know what the night of Qadr is? The night of Qadr is much better than 1,000 months.
تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل الأمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
The angels and the Spirit descend in it with the leave of your Lord, along with every command. Peace it is till the debut of dawn.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة.
Those who disbelieved from among the people of the book and the polytheists were not expected to desist from their wrong beliefs unless there comes to them a clear proof.
رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة.
A messenger from Allah who recites the purified scrolls containing right and straight writings, and those who were given the book did not disagree, but after the clear proof came to them.
وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين حنفاء ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة.
While they were not ordered but to worship Allah, making their submission exclusive for Him with no deviation, and to establish prayer and pay zakah. That is the way of the straight religion.
إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية.
Surely those who disbelieved from among the people of the book and the polytheists will be in the fire of hell, in which they will be living forever. Those are the worst of all human beings.
إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية.
As for those who believed and did righteous deeds, they are the best of all human beings.
جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك لمن خشي ربه.
Their reward with their Lord is gardens of eternity beneath which rivers flow, in which they will be abiding forever. Allah is well pleased with them, and they are well pleased with Him. That reward is for him who has awe of his Lord.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها.
When the earth will be trembled with its quake, and the earth will bring forth its burdens, and man will say, what has happened to it?
يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم.
That day it will describe all its happenings, because its Lord will have so commanded it. That day the people will come back from the place of reckoning in different groups, so that they may be shown the fruits of their deeds.
فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره.
So whoever does any good act, even to the weight of a particle, will see it, and whoever does evil, even to the weight of a particle, will see it.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا.
I swear by those horses that run snorting, then those that create sparks by striking their hoofs on the stones, then those that invade at morning.
فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد.
Then raise at the same time a trail of dust, then enter at the same time into the center of the opposing host. Man is indeed very ungrateful to his Lord, and he himself is a witness to that fact.
وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ أَفَلَا يَعْلَمُ إِذَا بُعْثِرَ مَا فِي الْقُبُورِ وَحُصِّلَ مَا فِي الصُّدُورِ إِنَّ رَبَّهُم بِهِمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ لَخَبِيرٌ.
And in his love for wealth he is very intense. Does he not then know what will happen when all that is contained in the graves will be overturned, and all that is contained in the hearts will be exposed? Surely your Lord that day is fully aware of them.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
القارعة ما القارعة وما أدراك ما القارعة.
The striking event. What is the striking event? And what may let you know what the striking event is?
يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية.
It will happen on a day when people will be like scattered moths, and the mountains will be like carded wool. Then as for him whose scales of good deeds are heavy, he will be in a happy life.
وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا هِيَهْ نَارٌ حَامِيَةٌ.
But he whose scales are light, his abode will be abyss. And what may let you know what the abyss is? A blazing fire.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون.
You are distracted by mutual competition in amassing worldly benefits until you reach the graves. No, this is not a correct attitude. You will soon know the reality.
ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم.
Again, you will soon know. No, only if you knew it with a sure knowledge, you will certainly see the hell.
ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم.
Then you will see it with full certitude. Then you will be asked about all the pleasures you enjoyed in the world.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
I swear by the time, man is in a state of loss indeed, except those who believed and did righteous deeds, and exhorted each other to follow truth, and exhorted each other to observe patience.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
ويل لكل همزة لمزة الذي جمع مالا وعدده يحسب أن ماله أخلده.
Woe to every backbiter, derider, who accumulates wealth and counts it. He thinks that his wealth has made him eternal.
كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة.
Never. He will certainly be thrown into the crushing fire. And what may let you know what the crushing fire is? It is Allah's kindled fire that will peep into the hearts.
إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة.
It will be closed on them in outstretched columns.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل.
Have you not seen how your Lord dealt with the people of the elephant? Has He not turned their plan into nullity? And He sent upon them flying birds in flocks.
ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
Throwing upon them stones of baked clay, and thus He turned them into an eaten-up chaff.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Because of the familiarity of the Quraysh, that is, their familiarity with the trips of winter and summer, they must worship the Lord of this house, who gave them food against hunger and gave them security against fear.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
Have you seen him who denies the requital? So he is the one who pushes away the orphan and does not persuade others to feed the needy.
فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
So woe to those performers of prayer who are neglectful of their prayer, who do good only to show off and refuse to give even small gifts.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
O Prophet, surely we have given to you Al-Kawthar. So offer prayer to your Lord and sacrifice. Surely it is your enemy whose traces are cut off.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
Say, O disbelievers, I do not worship that which you worship, nor do you worship the one whom I worship.
ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
And neither I am going to worship that which you have worshipped, nor will you worship the one whom I worship. For you is your faith, and for me my faith.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا.
O Prophet, when there comes Allah's help and the victory, and you see people entering Allah's approved religion in multitudes, then pronounce the purity and praise of your Lord and seek forgiveness from Him. Surely He is ever relenting.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Perish the two hands of Abu Lahab, and perish he. Neither his wealth benefited him, nor what he earned. He will soon enter a fire full of flames.
وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
And his wife as well, the wicked carrier of firewood. Around her neck there is a collar of iron like a well-twisted rope.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Say, the truth is that Allah is one. Allah is besought of all, needing none. He neither begot anyone, nor was he begotten. And equal to him has never been anyone.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب.
Say, I seek refuge with the Lord of the daybreak from the evil of everything He has created, and from the evil of the dark night when it penetrates.
ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
And from the evil of the women who blow on the knots, and from the evil of an envier when he envies.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
With the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Very Merciful.
قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس.
Say, I seek refuge with the Lord of mankind, the King of mankind, the God of mankind.
من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
From the evil of the whisperer who withdraws when Allah's name is pronounced, the one who whispers in the hearts of people, whether from among the jinn or mankind.
صدق الله العظيم.